Hey, this is Ivan. Good morning, guys. Men, women, and mostly guys, okay? Please stick mostly guys here. There are some women. Yeah, there are some women on my channel already. So, now this topic of this video is how to know her true intent. How to find out her true intent about you in relationship with you. How to find her true intent, or how to find his true intent. And now this is part 3 of this video. It will be in response for ineffectiveness of the part 1 and part 2. Yeah. I already made part 1 and part 2, and fortunately in live set, in the real life, someone was watching my video in front of me, and this person was reflecting on my video, and the conclusion was like, yeah, part 1 and part 2 are not very good. And how? Because this person said, well, I tried this, it didn't work. Well, I tried that, it didn't work. Why? Because people generally are liars. Okay, that is a big statement. People are generally liars. Now let's take this philosophically. And I will tell you why people might be liars, especially women. Especially why women are liars, because they are better liars. First, let's start from this premise that women are better liars. And why they are? Because they operate from one very important premise, one very important presupposition in relationship to men, because they operate from insecurities, not personal insecurities, but they operate from the position of the insecurity. Why is that? It's totally natural, and we should understand women. And if you're a guy, you should be a better player, be a A player, or be played in life, be played by women, be played by other guys. So why they operate from insecurity? Because that's how they are designed, because they gotta make sure they have to attract the alpha guy or the beta buck, whatever they say in the communities, the manosphere, the red pill, the. But these are some truths. There is a lot of truths in these statements. Yeah, and the women constantly have to design and hone their skills and work on their skills to find out the truth about the opposite sex, as well the guys too. So now let me review number 1 video and number 2 video, and I will briefly tell you what these 2 videos was about. They was 2 segments, 20 minutes each one, on which I suggested how to find out her true intent, or how to find out his true intent. And what I proposed in this 2 segments, 2 videos, was generally a little bit philosophy, a little bit this, a little bit that, but mainly 1, 2, and 3 tactics and strategies to find out her true intent, or his true intent. So as we reviewed the video with the person said, well, that's not gonna work. Okay, so now we have to get to a higher level game. We have to make a 3rd video about his or her true intent. So now, to get that, we have to know the basics, the fundamentals. The fundamentals are revealed in video number 1 and video number 2. The fundamental first, it's called go straight forward, attack the problem. Ask the person what are your true intents, directly in the face, just like this. Watch, be patient, let the other person verbalize it, give him 10, 15, 20 minutes. The second approach is called the convoluted, the elusive, the semi-player approach to that big problem. So you bring examples, like we're gonna call this the indirect game. Direct game or indirect game. The indirect approach will constitute something like this. You give the other person a few questions to get to know where this person, she or he, stands on certain topics, and you keep your mouth shut for extended time till you find out where this person stands on certain topics, on the gay marriage, on the equality right, on feminism, on Mennonism, or whatever topic, and you give this person enough time. So that's the indirect approach. Number 3, testing. Testing is important. Women will test you. As we know, as men, women are testing you. They are shit testing you all the time. They give you all kinds of tests. So that's approach number 3. Approach number 3 would be testing, to see, like bits of tests. Now women do that subconsciously. They don't know they are testing men. That's what they do. They keep testing men forever and ever, and till the rest of your beautiful life. Okay, let's make it funny. Okay, till the rest of your miserable life. Yeah. That's right. So women keep testing you. So now we have the direct approach, the indirect approach, the semi-convoluted kind of like, yeah, too direct, not too direct, and then testing. Testing is the same. These 3 things stack up. You stack up these little tests. Test here, test here, test here. So now, if you are a guy, you can implement totally woman kind of strategy by testing. Now, what this video will talk about, minutes number 6 on the 7 minutes. Now let's get to a better game. A better game would be something like, and I will just give you an example here. Here is the example. Motivation. Now, knowing the other person motivation in relationship to you. And I will give you practical example from life. Now, here it is. There is this woman coming to you as a boss. Now, just picture that for a few seconds. And now this woman is coming at your business place and she wants to get a job, okay? That would be the prime motivation of this woman. She comes to you as a man to get a job. And of course, in the professional environment and politically correct language, the process of the interview goes something like this. You know, she comes and she's like, I have this qualification, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm like blah 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 communicator, or whatever the job is. If she comes in your coffee shop or in your bar, if you're a boss and she comes to your job, she can say, hey, I can flip bottles, I'm very funny, you know, I'm super cool, I don't use drugs, and I will be great asset to your night bar. Okay, now let's say she comes to your social media company. Let's say you are a boss and you have a social media company in advertising or blah 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 blah, and she comes and she say, hey, listen, I'm very great at talking, I have degree in advertisement, and here are my qualifications, and here is my resume, and here is my background, and you can call this and this people to give me testimonials, and da 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 da. And I'm so much willing to come and to work for you in your company. Yeah, that sounds all good on the purpose, on the surface, for the purpose, right? But on the surface, this is a very good and very legit motivation of that person to come to your company. But just picture that you are a boss of any of these companies, but in your company there is this guy who is like a super cool guy. He's funny, he's entertaining, he's good looking, he has the 666 package, yeah, like the Rich Cooper say, the 6 packages, 600 horsepower car, 6 packs, 6-figure earning, you know, and this guy's working. And now that is the second motivation of this girl, and you could not even see through the mist and the fog of what she and the fog that she is giving you. Yeah, I'm so cool and I'm so good and I'm so valuable for your bar or for your social media company or for your plumbing company. I like to give an example for the plumber. And as a boss of a company, you don't know that this person actually has a second motivation. Yeah, it's not the job, it's not the $15 an hour or $35 an hour or $505 an hour in that company. It's also a second motivation of this girl to come to work for your company. And that second motivation is that the six-pack, cool looking, 26 years old, super successful guy who is, yeah, somewhat a cool dude, right? So now, what do you think is that this woman, she only wants to work in your company to help you for your organization to grow or to make more money. But little did you know that her primary objective to get into this job was that super dude. Now, do you understand this example? I hope you understand this example. I try to give it to you very fast. But the example is here called second motivation. Now, you can transport this to many areas of your life. For example, I'm an immigrant in America for 20 years, and yeah, you know, sometimes people go in relationship for papers. Yeah, that is not very uncommon, let's say, uncommon. So now, let's say the second motivation of a dude is your papers. Let's say just that, let's say that this is, you know, I gave you this example with the company, but that could be, we're gonna call this a second motivation because we are not clear the true intent of that person. Let's say the person tells you, hey, listen, I like you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but you just happen to be a American citizen. Now that's a big dilemma, right? If you're a guy and some Russian girls are trying to reach to you, you don't know the true intent. Now that's a second motivation. Maybe you're this cool guy with the six packs and the 6 horsepower car, and as Rich Cooper would say, the total 6 package, right? But there is a second motivation. Now, how to get this girl to tell you about her second motivation? Well, let's revise my first 2 videos. The direct approach, straightforward hit on the girl with the question, hey, are you here for me just because I am the cool dude, or you just want the extra benefit of the American citizenship? And that would be a beautiful story. You never know. You never know. Maybe that would be a beautiful relationship. A super cool dude, a hot Eastern European, or a hot some Russian or whatever. But so now we have these 2 motivations, and in your head is this question, hey, which one is the primary motivation of this person? Yeah, in the example of the job, the motivation of this girl showing up at your door asking for a job, you think it is just the job, but it's actually that super cool dude. She just want to be around in his presence, the cool dude, you know. And there are many girls that will be in the presence of this super cool dudes, and they will apply for certain jobs just to get around super cool dudes. Yeah. Or in the situation of the American citizenship as showing up as a second, you know, you understand what I'm talking about. So now how you go about this? How you go to deal with this problem of a second motivation? Yeah, that's a good question. What are the answers? Well, you should implement strategy number 1, strategy number 2, strategy number 3, and the testing simultaneously. That should be the topic of today's video. Just go to the first videos and try to extract the best advices, and then you just mix them up. Let them have some sex, you know, of these 3 concepts: the direct approach, the indirect approach, and the testing, and then you will come up to your own answers. Now, we know this, there is a second motivation. Now, practical advice. If you are the boss, and there is this super cool dude, the total six package guy, and you know he's famous, not famous, but he's famous in your little company thing going on. So you can ask the woman that is on the interview, the woman that is applying for the job, you can ask her her opinion about the guy, the six, and then you can just look at the face. Yeah, look at her face and see how she will react. If you're a guy, you will not know too much, because she will know how to lie to you better than you may even believe, but you will get some clues. You can also implement this by testing her about this guy. Now, in the case of the citizenship situation, yep, again, try the indirect approach, try the testing, try all the strategy at the same time, and design your own plan. Now, I will not go further, but I will just say one thing. As I said in the first video, how deep are you into that person? How long you see that person in your life, in long-term relationship or in a marriage or all this stuff, and then look a little bit at his or her background. Don't take the background out of the equation. Ask this question: what this person will give me in our relationship, future relationship, and what I can give to this person in our future relationship. Are we compatible? Are we compatible? Now, coming from this point of view, you should go rationally, I would say. The rational way is this: prepare a plan for that meeting to get to know his or her true intent. The man with the plan or the girl with the plan will always prevail, because the other one will be not prepared. So this is rule number one. No matter what strategy you will use for this quest to know her or his true intent, in order to really be efficient at that quest, you have to come up with a plan. And that's it pretty much, my friend. Come up with a plan, mix these 3 or 2 or 5 more strategies, be observant, and let me add something for the last 2 minutes. I want to ask you this question here, because when I was reviewing this video with another person, the other person say, yeah, people are liars in their core. They are pathological liars. That's how it was described, pathological liars. And my question here is, are they really pathological liars? Why we would believe in this concept that people are really pathological liars? Maybe some of us are, maybe we are pathological liars, but do we really want to live in world of pathological liars? And when you want to know someone's true intent, is it good? This is the closing question. Is it good for us or for you as a person to look through the lens that all people are generally pathological liars? So that would be the video. That is a good question to ask yourself. Do you adopt this belief that, well, no matter what you're gonna do, you have to deal with these people in the job, in the citizenship problem, and if your starting point is, well, all people are pathological liars, or men are pathological liars, or women are pathological liars. If you start from this point, well, I wish you good luck. You may not even not need to know other people's true intent. So that's it, my friend. Extract the best, get a plan, ask yourself, most importantly, what you want to do with this person, how long you want to stick with them, and have a good game. Have a good game. Be a player or be played. So that's it pretty much. Subscribe to the channel, and if you're a guy, if you're a guy, I hope that you are a guy here. If you're a guy watching this video, or even if you're a woman, yeah, please send this video to somebody that needs a bit of help, and I hope that these 3 videos will help them to find someone else's true intent.